Yeah, hi guys. In the previous video, we are discussing, so what if the application having the two controls? What is the problem we are going to face? So that in the previous video we started, but we didn't complete the discussion about that concept. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss, so what are the things we need to do if the application contains the two controllers? Okay, so now in my application, I have the two controllers. Let me show you once. Okay, in my application, I have the student REST controller. So this is a one REST controller, and I have the one more REST controller. This is another REST controller. Okay, I have the two REST controllers. Okay, there is no difference. So here I have the other REST controller, and here also I have the other controllers, and I didn't differentiate these two controllers. We need to differentiate it. So if I didn't differentiate these two controllers, we are going to face the ambiguity problem. What is that ambiguity problem? We are going to face it. Let's run the application. We'll see. So guys, here you can see we have a method get all student info. It is a get method that is already existing in the student rest. Okay, it is already existing in the student rest. This is a method. It is already existing in the student rest. At the same time, same get mapping is existing in the second rest also. So here the system getting confusing. The system getting confused. Why? Because so in this the URL HTTP localhost, I mean IP port. So that is a base URL. So it having the two methods. It is identifying the two methods. One is the get method which is existing on the student rest, and another one is the get method which is existing on the student one rest. Okay, both methods are the having the same URL. So that time system will get an ambiguity problem. So it is saying to us you have the two methods with the same URL. That's why I'm unable to run this application. You need to fix it. How you are going to fix it? So now if we have the two controllers in the application or two or any number of controllers, we need to differentiate these controllers by giving the path to the controller. How we are going to give the path to the controller? We are going to use the @request mapping. @request mapping. Here we are going to mention the path equal slash API. So this is a one path. At the same time, we are going to mention the same request mapping in the controller. Here we are going to mention the API too. So if you give like this, we are differentiating. So if any request coming to the API one, it will process to the API one controller. If any request come to the API two, it will process to the API two. I mean, so now the base URL is, so how we are going to say this is a base URL? Now, HTTP slash slash here IP slash port. This is a base URL. After, we are going to use this is the path of the control. So this is the path of the control. After this, you need to mention this one. If any request come to like this, if any request comes to like this, it will go to this controller. So if any request come to like this, it will go to this controller. Okay, so now we are going to differentiate the controllers. How we are going to differentiate the controllers? We are going to give the path to the control each controller by using the request mapping. By using the request mapping, we are going to give the path to the each controller. Okay, this is the way we are going to differentiate the controller. If you follow like this, we won't face any problem. So in the last, we are going to discuss the one more topic, that is the produce and consumes. What is the use of the produce and what is the use of the consumes? This is the last topic, boys, in this tutorial. So okay, so what is the produce and what is the consumes? Before going to the produce and consumes, I need to explain one small concept here. Okay, so here Java is the object-oriented programming language, right? So Java will understand only objects. Okay, it cannot understand the other languages. Like Java cannot understand the .NET cannot understand the Java. But we need to interact. Java application need to be interacted with .NET. .NET need to interact with the Java or any other application. To interact two applications, we are going to use one mediator. The mediator we are going to call as RESTful web services. RESTful web services we are going to use as a mediator between the multiple applications. How RESTful web services will work? RESTful web services is going to provide the some common data structures. What are the common data structures? The common data structures are the JSON, XML. So in this my application, I am passing the JSON. So this is a JSON. Java cannot understand this JSON, but we need to do conversion of this JSON to Java. Who is going to do this conversion of the JSON to Java? Request body is going to do the JSON to Java. And when we give to the outside, this is the Java. We cannot give the Java directly to outside, right? We need to convert to the standard language. What is the standard language? JSON. Who is going to convert the Java object to JSON? Response body. Similarly, these are the inputs. While giving to the input outside or inside, we are going to expect the data in specific format. We are going to give the data in the some specific format. Okay. In this case, we are going to use the consumes. Consumes means this method is going to consume. This method is going to consume just Java object only. But practically what we are getting from outside, practically we are getting from outside what type of data? JSON data or XML data. Here there is a chance we are going to get the data in the form of the JSON or XML. Why? Because those are the standard formats. Either one of we can get it, able to get it. But I need to restrict my API can only receive the JSON data. How you are going to restrict? Okay, so maybe you created one app in API, save a student information API. You provided to me. I'm going to consumer API. So actually, the input of your API is you are expecting data in the form of the JSON, but I'm trying to pass the data in the form of the XML. But in this case, you need to restrict it. How can you restrict it? You are going to restrict to mention the consumes. Consumes you are going to mention media type. Media type is dot application. So once you mention this application JSON value, so your method will accept only JSON object. Okay. If you open Postman, in the Postman you have the multiple types: text, JavaScript, JSON, HTML, XML. So it will accept only JSON value. If you pass apart from this one, it will show you, it will throw you 412 error code. 412 means unsupported guys, unsupported media type, unsupported media type. That means we are expecting the data in the form of the JSON, but you are providing the data in the form of the different way. So that's why it's showing an error, unsupported media type. Okay, application JSON value. So this is the way to mention consumes. So consumes you are mentioned in the method level. If you mention consumes at the method level, it is applicable to the only this particular method. But if you keep this consumes in the request mapping, it will applicable to the all the methods. Whatever the methods the student read contains, all the methods are expecting the data in the form of the JSON only. If you receive data in any other format, it won't accept. Okay, in any other format, it won't be accept. So now what we have to, so now consumes, we are fine with the consumes, right? Now we are going to mention how we are going to mention the produce. So now we are going to give the data in the form of what type of what. So produce means you are going to give it. How you are going to give the data? You are also giving the data in the form of the JSON only. JSON only. Okay. So while you are giving to the data in the form of the JSON, so you are going to mention the produce. So guys, here the consumes and produce are the optional things. So remember the mentioning of the producers and the consumes in the application are optional. If you didn't keep consumes and produce, by default it will accept all type of the data. What it accept? It will accept the all type of the data. But as per the recommended way, we need to mention the consumes and produce. In that case only, our applications will become the more robust. Okay, we are going to define the API. The define should be have the some standards. What type of data you are expecting, what type of data you are producing. Like that, we need to mention. Okay, this is a standard we need to follow. But it is an optional. You can skip in some cases, not in all cases. Okay, I like. So up to now, this is the Spring Boot quick tutorial review, guys. So in this is the last video. I hope you like this my tutorial. So if you like my tutorial, please subscribe my channel. So please give comments. So based on that, I will prepare the next series. Okay, thank you for watching this video, guys.